A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is just what a young Dunedin actor has had the fortune to fulfil. Matthew Scadden has returned from 3 weeks in London, where he performed at the Globe Theatre. He was one of 24 Shakespearean actors from across the country selected to make the trip. He joins me now to tell us more about it. Good evening, Matthew.
Hi.
Firstly, can you tell us how the trip came about?
Well, Shakespeare Globe Centre New Zealand runs an extensive national festival competition each year amongst Dunedin high schools. So this has lots of regional and national events, which eventually culminate in 24 young people being selected for the New Zealand Young Shakespeare Company.
Now, you performed in Julius Caesar. How much time was there to rehearse?
Very little. We were there for 3 weeks, but a lot of that time was spent in workshops and other educational things, you know, movement, voice. So we had about a week from when we got our parts to learn our lines and get out.
What role did you play?
I was one of the Brutuses. There were quite a few of us, so we had to split the big roles up.
How does this experience impact on your acting career, do you think?
I mean, it was an incredible experience to be on that stage. That in itself is invaluable, and we're working with people who are top of their game in the world. So it's really inspired me to go further, and I'd love to go back to the Globe.
What was it like performing in that kind of environment?
It's really hard to describe. I didn't realise quite how amazing it was until I went on stage and felt the energy that comes from the environment like that, and knowing that you're on a replica of the stage that Shakespeare's company performed on was really special.
Tell us some of the highlights of the trip.
Definitely, of course, you know, the first moment we walked onto that stage and just went, wow. We saw some really quality productions while we were over there, including Titus Andronicus, which was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. But working with people like Glenn MacDonald, who's a total legend in terms of working with movement, was really, really good.
Are you working on anything at the moment back in New Zealand?
Not currently, university and that sort of thing, but there may be some things coming up.
Will we likely see you in anything in New Zealand in the future?
Yes, I hope so. Keep an eye on Globe Theatre Dunedin. Might be some Shakespeare in the offing next year.
Wonderful stuff. Matthew Scadden, thank you so much for your time.
Right, thank you.